Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, AWC. Thank you again for joining us for another live and another introduction to a wonderful, wonderful team member. I want to introduce you to Victoria Sheridan. She is going to bring a wealth of knowledge to AWC. She's been working at the university. She's been a coach her whole life, and she is going to tell us everything that she is going to be doing with us. So I'm going to leave it for Victoria to tell us, because I know for a fact that she's got a lot of knowledge, a lot of value she's going to be bringing to the group. And I'm looking forward to everything she's going to bring for us and how she's going to empower us in lifestyle, wellness, and even menopause. Lots of us are going through menopause, so we definitely need education on that and maybe some tips on what to do. So Victoria, off you go. Welcome aboard. You're really looking forward to what you have to bring. Welcome again.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that lovely introduction, Varsha. I think it's very broad what I cover, and I'm very enthusiastic and very skilled. I've got some good skills to share and some great information to share, some of which you might know and some which you be new to you, because I like to keep up with science and things like that. But I also have a very deep spiritual outlook on life, so I care very much about people. And my motivation since childhood was always to help fix people. And so in school, I used to counsel people and listen to people. And then later on, as I came into the workforce, obviously, I started mixing with all kinds of people and hearing, and I've absorbed experience from other people, not just myself.
Yeah.
But a little bit about me is that I had a very difficult relationship when I was younger, and then I had another relationship with someone who died, and then I had another relationship. And so I've got 2 children from 2 marriages, and I've experienced mental health issues with my mother, and several things have built me up very young to understand and have compassion for people, and to understand what it's like to be stuck and fixed, scared, lonely, all kinds of things, and to question my own sanity sometimes. So I've explored life on many different levels, on the spiritual and the scientific. I like to make sense of people, but offer them something which is tangible and something they can use. So I'm very, very motivated to give everyone skills, tips, information, techniques that they can use to change the way they view life. And so all of us need to grow at different points in our life, and it's always like a chick coming out of an egg. It's a bit of a trouble. It's very scary, but it's exciting. That's what I'm here to do. I'm here to give everything that I've got from experience, wisdom, skills, and to share that with the women in this group, so that you can all be happier and better people and find the fulfillment that you want. So that's my mission. That's why I'm here.
No, definitely. So Victoria, one thing, what is the main thing that, what is your forte, the main thing, your strengths? Like one thing the women can say, okay, this one thing, it's Victoria. I want to go to Victoria. I want to go to Victoria kind of thing.
It's my coaching skills. I can move people in 10 minutes to help them make a decision, help them change their viewpoint. And I do that at exhibitions and things like that. And I can also, within seconds, within 2 minutes, show people how to change their state from stress to calm, so that they can go on and do a presentation, go into a meeting, go into a confrontation. And I am very particular about this, because it's all very well having counselling or going through lots of talking and blurting things out and getting things to your friends and having ears to listen to your woes. But really what we need, all of us need, is a quick fix from pain, whether it's pain from stress, whether it's pain from fear, and whether it's a skill to actually unlock something. So my coaching skills have to be very quick at exhibitions.
No, I agree with you regarding counseling and coaching, which I've been asked a question a lot of time as a coach. What's the difference between counseling and coaching? So my simple explanation to everybody is that counseling is like you're going to go and talk about your past, you're going to go and talk about your pain, and you're going to talk about your present. With coaching, you go there, you might talk a little bit about your past, you might touch on it, you might talk a little bit about your present. But what you're going to talk about is how am I going to get out of this space to go forward and move forward in life so that I have a better life and I have a better future. So that's the difference. And like you said, we need counseling, but we also need coaching too.
Yes, and counselling is good for having a sounding board if you don't want to wear your friends and family out, or if you just want to feel heard.
Yes.
But in long term, for me, I find that quite frustrating. And I've had clients come to me and say, I've had 2 years counselling, I understand, but nothing's changed.
Yes.
And that's where coaching comes in, because coaching is about listening to you and finding out what's really going on inside you and how you see the future and where you really deeply want to go. And most of us don't know where we deeply want to go. So coaching isn't about the past or the wound. It's about the quick, fast healing to get you to a place where you can then make strategies to move forward and have a fulfilling and happier life, job, marriage, whatever it is.
No,
and
definitely.
so that's why it suits my personality. No, I'm not into digging around in wounds. I'm into actually saying, come on then, let's get this. This is where we are now.
Yeah.
How long do you want to spend opening up a wound? Let's move forward and focus all the time on what you can achieve, who you can be, how you are transforming. And that transformation and evolving is continual. We never get there.
No. And opening a wound, we all know that when we've got a cut, and if we don't let it heal and we keep on opening it up and opening it up and opening it up, it's never going to heal. You have to let it be. And then you move from there and it's going to heal. So you start finding ways of healing it.
I've got an analogy for you. I had a back injury probably about 24 years ago or more. I can't remember, about that time. And it was excruciating. And I went through all the pain and I went through all the doctors and they offered an operation. I didn't want that. So I decided that I would just live with it. And as I've lived with it, I've learned to ignore it. And I've learned to adapt my body and my movements and my jobs. Like I don't bend over, I don't reach for things. I ask someone else to do it for me if I think I'm at risk of lifting something heavy, strangely. I take more care and I'm more considerate about what I do. But I just thought, well, I'm not living my life like this. I'm moving forward. And I think that's the key that I try to help people with. So menopause, for example, we all go through menopause, every one of us at some stage in some form. But each one is unique. And it's how we manage those symptoms and how we look forward beyond those symptoms. Yes. And don't keep digging around in them and thinking this is my life forever. No, it's not.
No, it isn't. No, and menopause, we have to work around it because we have to continue with the life, we have to continue our jobs, we have to continue with our family. So you have to find ways to manage it and then continue with your lifestyle and whatever you have to do. And obviously, we're going to talk a lot about menopause in the coming future and bringing lots of value. But I'm also excited about something else that you bring, about your book. I want to hear a little bit about it because even the name itself is quite exciting.
Yes, I'm really about rejuvenation because I looked back on my life and I thought I keep rebirthing. I keep rejuvenating myself. And then I hit 60 and I thought, right, what am I going to do now? I feel like a teenager. I feel like I'm just starting. I'm leaving my job, my career in teaching. My children are grown up. And what's ahead for me is exciting. And I had grandchildren at the time that I'd helped to nurture them. They were getting to school age.
Yes.
And I was thinking, great, what do I do? And that's where a lot of women fall down. The rejuvenation of self is scary when you don't know who you are. You only know who you've been. And also it's your physical and the way you look. I've got receding hair here. I've got grey hair under here, all at the front. The wrinkles appear, the skin sags, you just feel like you want to sleep. And I do help people with sleep as well. And because when we're tired, we think that's the norm and it's not. And we think that we've lost motivation and that we're dull. We're not, we're tired. We need to sleep. And so the idea of rejuvenating self, rejuvenating your body, rejuvenating your lifestyle is where I'm coming from. And that's what the book, it's called Rejuvenate Your Life for women who want more. And it's for women who are on that crux because you've got a choice. You can go and carry on helping your grandchildren and getting involved with voluntary and charities or the husband's lifestyle, or you can forge ahead and you can have 40 years at this rate, you know, we're
No, definitely.
100 or more.
Yeah. Sheila says, I don't think you look 60 at all, Victoria. And
I'm 66 and I don't
no
mind saying
way,
that.
even I
I
don't
am.
believe that. And like Sheila is saying, a wound can fester and continue getting bigger and growing. So no, so we definitely don't believe you're 60. And yeah, you're so right that as we get older, we want to leave the teenage kind of life, don't we? We want those little bits of that teenage life and do bits of those. And why can't we?
Mm.
Why should we stop ourselves from being that?
The thing is that most people say, oh, I don't ever want to go back to my teens. But what I was walking in the park one day with the dog and I thought, do you know what? I'm tired. But in my head, I've got the energy of a 14-year-old. I'm excited about life. I don't know what's ahead of me, but I'm going for it. And then I developed that idea because the teens is the most exciting time of your life when you are stepping out into the world and you've got one foot in the family.
Yes.
And you still need education, you still need support, but you can, some people know exactly what they want to do with their lives, but most people are just being led by what they think they want to do. But there's an opportunity, but they make mistakes and they're immature and they have no experience. Whereas we have experience, we have wisdom, we have support groups. Usually we can develop support groups. We know what to do and we know where to go for the information and help. And the AWC is a great starting point because I've met some wonderful women here, and you yourself, Varsha, who are, we are as a community, women are giving and supportive when we are happy and when we are rested and when we're vital and rejuvenated. And that's what I'm getting from this group, and that's what I want to give back to everybody who joins us.
No, absolutely. And who better to support you than another woman? Who better to empower you than another woman? Because women, we deal with things differently, emotions and everything differently to men anyway. And so it's great to empower each other and support each other and bring lots of things here. So we're very, very excited, Victoria, to everything you're going to bring for us. And you talked about a book called, was it a book or an article called Teenager? Something to do with teenage.
Teenager, a teenager. Yeah,
yes, yes, that's the one I wanted to.
Yeah, I call us all teenagers. Anybody who's on the crux or turning point in their life, ready to start something new, but often doesn't know quite how it's going to pan out. We can be scared, but we can also be courageous, and we become teenagers. So the other thing is that for older women often feel like they're invisible, that they're cut out. I was dismissed in work meetings where I'd been a vital person and the top of my career.
Yeah,
I was somebody who was noticed. I became somebody who was invisible and somebody who wasn't really regarded within the family. It was kind of, well, you're just out of it, mum, you know. You're not, you don't know. And I just thought, oh, so women feel marginalized even walking down the street. An older woman will often find that people walk into her, and I've pointed it out to my daughters. I said, see, that man just walked into me, that boy just walked into me, that girl just put her pram in front of me. You know, it's kind of like you become invisible. And so being a teenager is about being seen. And this is a perfect platform for that, to have your voice, to take part in our discussions, to find your fulfillment and your goal in life, and to look good, to feel good, and to be seen as a force of nature with all your wisdom and all your experience and all your love that can go out into the world and start here with us. That's my message to everyone.
No, absolutely. And I want to reiterate to everybody that this is a safe space for you. Reach out to any of us regarding anything. You know the different categories we are bringing to AWC. We've got Monday, which is mindset. Tuesday, which is about beauty and looking after yourself. Wednesday is about relationship with yourself and with everybody else. Thursday is about wellness, lifestyle. And Friday is about finance. And so anything you want to talk about and everything you want to talk about, this is a safe place. So it's not going to go out of here. Reach out to any of us one-to-one, or if you want us to bring anything else into the group, do let us know, comment on any of the videos or DM me, and I will try my utmost best to bring that to you. But other than that, AWC, let's welcome Victoria. Let's give her a warm welcome, and let's look forward to everything she's going to bring to AWC. And she's got a wealth of knowledge. She's done so much coaching. She's taught in university. You can't ask for any better. So AWC is welcoming you, Victoria, and we look forward to every Thursday seeing you at 12:30 on AWC Live. So thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to add, Victoria?
Well, just watch in and find out, because it covers everything from economic survival and economic wealth to harmonizing with your existing partner and understanding the male brain and understanding how men think and how you can overcome any difficulty and just be valiant and happy. Be happy.
Definitely. So thank you so much, AWC, as always. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your time. And we look forward to introducing Gagan on Monday. And thereafter, you're going to see all these women giving their different values. So thank you so much. Bye, AWC. Have a good afternoon.
Bye.